see. So, last where we left off, you guys saved the Arizona colony. You fought the Eidolon, the rampaging NHP AI Cthulhu weird monster thing, and saved the day. Kind of shortly
Yippee.
shortly after that, Lucina Coyle, basically your boss, came up to you guys and wants to know what the hell happened. And what that entails is for a week, you guys were all basically quarantined on the UNV Marathon. It is a small Corvette style of ship. It's very fast, very nimble, very stealthy, kind of just. It's what uh, Union Intelligence Bureau likes to use. You guys are able to meet with each other, but it's only for like the occasional meal or kind of just the group medical checkup. You guys are very much removed when necessary from each other, and every time you guys are meeting with kind of just once a day, you guys are meeting with a intelligence agent, and they are asking you just three basic questions. Let's see, like, how are you feeling? Can you continue the mission? And what the hell happened on the Arizona? They basically repeat those three questions for the during your daily checkup. Kind of just seeing if there's any errors, seeing if the kind of just you're able to keep your story straight. And your guys' number one cheerleader, um, Agent Marty, he's basically kind of just your guys' team doctor. He's giving you some physical exams, kind of just pretty much measuring what interacting with an Eidolon will do to a human body and seeing if you guys are physically able to still do your job. So, after a whole week of kind of just checkups, questionings, and all that, what is the story of what happened on the Arizona?
Well, we we were following a tip from. Hang on. Where's our journal? Am I stupid? Didn't we have a notes page?
You just put it in function fire forget like
No, no,
these
no, no,
things
no.
before.
Like there was a communal notes page in Foundry
Oh.
It's in the reference folder,
reference.
party notes.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
Oh, there we go.
I didn't know
Yeah,
this was here. I need to add my own.
If you want.
great. Here we go. I always forget her name. Who was the lady that Rayman was trying to bone?
Captain Oda of Trunk Security.
That's right.
She is listed on the NPCs.
Captain O. All right. Yeah. So we were following a lead from Captain Oda, regarding one of the leaders of the Three Dead Kings in the warehouse district of Arizona. And pursuing that lead, we found. We got there too late to claim him for ourselves, but we found his corpse. Uh, On his corpse, we found a lead that referenced possibly a hideout in the zoo sector of the Arizona, or underneath it. So going there, we found said hideout, and as we approached, we saw someone leaving the hideout to go deeper into the underground area. So we had Rain Man and Venom follow that person to figure out what they were doing, while Knight and Yuki stole a battleship to act as a diversion and to thin the numbers of the Three Dead Kings while we had the drop on them. At which point, the person that Rain Man and Venom were following unshackled the NHP and released the Eidolon. And then from there, we all got called into action. Titanfall.
So that's basically your guys' final written report that gets submitted to Lucina at kind of just the end of the week, this seventh day. And you guys are kind of just have time for yourselves for a bit. No one monitoring to you, no one asking you questions. You're kind of just able to sit back, relax. You're still stuck aboard this guy just small Corvette, and it's kind of just got your standard amenities that you would see on any sort of military vessel, kind of just mess hall, quarters, workout, kind of just standard stuff, standard fare, nothing crazy. And then a few hours go by. Knight, Yuki, and Venom, you three are called into Lucina's office.
Yuki.
Just to paint a picture for everyone, over the course of the week, each time that y'all saw Yuki, she got noticeably thinner over the week, and she kept herself maintained appearance-wise, but throughout the week, she looked like her hair is just constantly messy, always dark circles under her eyes, and is looking a bit on edge, just to kind of give a physical appearance.
Understood.
Nine Venom, how?
Francis has been complaining about a slight headache he's been having.
Oh, okay. Fighting God only gives you a slight headache.
Mm-hmm. It's just Tuesday.
Just another Tuesday.
How's Knight taking all this in?
He's bored more than anything. It's been cooking. Been cooking, exercise, but more than anything, he's just ready to get back out in the field and mess people up. He's bored. And just so we get called in, he's like, all right,
All right. So, it's your guys' handler, Agent Marty. He comes around, rounds the three of you up, and brings you into Lucina's office. Pretty bare bones wall, 3 walls, door kind of deal, large desk. There is some shelving cabinet space that shows like reading material. You see like a picture of like maybe her and a younger Lucina in like a pressed military uniform, but nothing crazy, nothing really. It's not really a much used space, all things considered. And she's not even looking at you guys as you come in. She actually, on another wall, she has a monitor on display. It seems to be flipping through various programs being run through the OmniNet. One is a newscast kind of detailing, showing the wreckage that the Eidolon had produced. You see various buildings destroyed. You see mechs crashed into storefronts, into garage centers, into office buildings. There's a brief snippet of kind of a high. There's a brief snippet in praise of Captain Oda and the Trunk Security Task Force that seemed to have stopped the Eidolon. You see newsreels of Union paramedics and recovery teams assisting in helping kind of just the local police get people out of the rubble, help people find their loved ones, and giving everyone enough medical attention. And there's a rather interesting one in regards to a missing persons type of deal, like families kind of just revealing kind of just they're still looking for their loved ones. There's a brief snippet of a boy missing his duck, his pet duck that he can't seem to find. There's
Knight did this.
Hey, well,
and there's a rather shocking revelation of the announcement of one of the dead kings being caught and killed, and with another one in Trunk security custody.
Oh shit! But he was flying away. That's really why we got in the ship. We were trying to chase after him, I think. Man, we just suck ass.
There's that phone for? Oh. I joined your listening party, Jack, and it started playing on my phone.
oh,
I was
I
really
was wondering.
I was really confused for a second.
A little strange.
Mm-hmm. Kind of just all those programs run through, Lucina finally kind of just turns her attention to the three of you.
Okay.
Our job, Union Intelligence, is to sell the truth. Our version of the truth. Kind of she takes your report, looks at the screen of everything that's being announced. There were several of you at the start of this program. There's now only 3 of you. For all intents and purposes, Operation Maxwell has been a failure. You are all being redesignated.
Go on.
Things are going to be escalating soon. If intelligence is accurate, something is coming. And Union intelligence needs to be prepared for it. Before all that happens, you are being granted some rest and reprieve. Take this time to kind of just sharpen your minds, sharpen your wits, get into a healthy enough manner that you are able to fight your coming battles. Might also want to think of what your team name will be.
Oh.
The Cunt Smashers.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
What was the suggestion? I missed it.
Cunt smashers.
Oh. That must be some inside joke I do not know of.
It's the name of Venom's truck.
That is wonderful.
The DM came up with it.
And a drunken rant and a drunken suggestion, yeah.
Those are usually the best.
Lucina kind of just looks at the three of you. If you have any questions, ask them now. If not, you are free to go.
So is Project Maxwell, we're not pursuing that anymore?
She kind of
We're
just...
just giving up?
There is a change of focus. What you have accomplished is enough evidence that we no longer need to pursue it. Instead, we need to focus on other matters.
Can we have any more information about what your intelligence has uncovered that led to this drastic change? Because I feel like we're just being left in the dark here.
In my position, I am not able to reveal too much to you. What I can tell you is Project Maxwell was designed of getting the right people in the right place at the right time. Our reports suggested that this Eidolon, this NHP that went on a rampage, would have destroyed Arizona as well as the other colonies in this system. Putting you guys at the right place at the right time has proven Project Maxwell to be a success.
So perhaps I'm being cynical, but just before you said Project Maxwell was a failure.
There were other objectives that we wanted you to accomplish, but with the way things are escalating, especially on the home front, other directors deem it as a failure. I personally deem it as a success. I am putting it on hold until we get other matters situated.
Okay. Can you at least answer where we'll be going? Or do you not know?
Tying up loose ends. There's one 3 dead king remaining. That is very much a lead we are going to pursue.
We can kill him.
She kind of smiles in that, and that is what you wish for.
Yeah.
What happened to Rayman? I know he wasn't part of Project Maxwell to begin with, but he was there with the Eidolon.
We gave him the same exam, offered him a deal. He took the deal.
I hope that deal was that sweet ass ship with a kitchen in it.
That we won't be able to fly around in.
Yeah. Are we still going? We still stationing with the Dallas carrier?
I feel like that was all just a ruse to keep appearances personally.
Oh.
I look at Lucina expectantly.
She kind of smiles, and that is actually in the works.
Cool.
Yeah.
I remembered that.
Should other operations succeed, and should other pieces be put in place, you and the Dallas will be pursuing the last dead king.
All right.
Are we going to be given any? Oh, now this might be like an out. Before I ask this question, I'm gonna ask an out of character question. So in the whole of the Union military, there's there's the enlisted and the officers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Lancers, which is like a third separate entity, correct? Or do Lancers fall under more enlisted or officer status in as far as, how our military is set up?
I personally have viewed it as like what Bryce is doing, like you go to pilot school kind of deal. Like I view.
Yeah, but you're an officer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if in layman terms, if Lancers were real and existed in our military, all enlisted would have to salute Lancers if they walked by, right?
Sure.
Is
Yeah.
it that kind of dynamic? I'm just trying to figure out maybe let me ask my in character question,
Okay.
and we'll get to it'll sort itself out.
Okay.
So Yuki will turn to Lucina and ask, are we going to be given any higher positions of command, or are we going to stay as lower level ranks, so to speak?
If that is a, she's kind of just keeping a straight face. She kind of just says there, you are designed to be a scalpel, to be inserted and to take care of singular problems with efficiency. Putting others under your command, we deem to be inefficient.
Yeah. Venom, do you have any questions?
I'd say the whole time that she was talking, y'all noticed Venom was kind of favoring his head, like his head's been hurting, pounding a little bit more, looking a little pale, I guess. So he's maybe half listening to what's going on.
Boy needs some space Tylenol.
Mm-hmm. But he looks at her and says, "The Dallas is equipped where I can work on mechs, right?"
Yes. It being a carrier, it will have the designated facilities and printers, and you are able to freely operate on your mechs.
Awesome. And who's the pilot of the Dallas?
Let's see. Do I have that in my notes? Let's see. I do not have that in my notes.
Ooh.
Got him.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You asked the right question.
All right. Venom. Who is the captain of the Dallas?
What we discussed earlier, it's not going to be that guy, but I'll say it'd be
Uh,
someone that Venom would know.
Yeah. So this is good.
Yeah.
Just give me
Yeah,
a
it's
random
not-
name.
Let's go with. We'll keep it Final Fantasy theme, because why not? Just say the pilot's name is Tifa.
Tifa.
Captain Tifa.
Oh shit.
Captain Tifa of the
All right,
Dallas.
guys, we gotta get on the Dallas ASAP. I can't wait to be under Tifa.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Down, boy.
Under her command. Oh my gosh, get your mind out of the gutter. We had a question. Oh, I should have wrote it down. Oh. What's gonna happen to Agent Marty?
He's going to continue to be your handler.
Oh shit. Is he in the room with us?
He is not.
Okay.
He will be my messenger to you, issuing you orders, giving you updated information and intel. By all means, you are still part of Union intelligence. It's just that you are being moved to a new project, to new operations.
Sure. So, like, and another quick out of character question is so like obviously, so the Union intelligence kind of operates like the FBI and the CIA, where they kind of just are like their own entity that can act and do as they please within.
Pretty much.
Like just everything. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. So being part of Union intelligence, we kind of we like gotcha. All right. Cool. Gotcha. Cool.
Right.
How many what were the casualties like from the Eidolon?
She kind of just turns to the news broadcast. It's still playing, but it has been muted. A lot of the destruction, it seems to be focused on kind of just that residential zoo park area. Didn't get into like some of the higher density spots. For the most part, the damage was contained.
So real shame that boy lost his duck to the Eidolon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'll be finding it.
Yeah, that news snippet comes back, and it seems like they're interviewing the boy now, and he has like this little
Oh no.
Crayola missing poster, like all drawn in crayons, like Mr. Quackers is still missing. Call this
Oh,
number.
no. Mr. Quackers.
Vincent looks at Knight and says, "Man, I think that'd be a good job for you. You'll help that little boy find his duck."
Do ducks have distinct personalities?
They do. Yuki will ask, what were you able to glean from the Eidolon that you haven't known beforehand? Because I imagine, not around, imagine kind of not a common encounter.
Unfortunately, information regarding Eidolons is very much on a need-to-know basis. I cannot reveal anything to you at this time.
I feel like I am on that need to know. I was there.
Yeah, no shit. We need to know what we're getting into here.
She's kind of keeping a straight face. She's kind of just thinking. She's thinking of something. She's kind of watch her input some information. The newsreels disappear. Instead, an image is replaced. It seems to be some sort of like researcher-esque kind of just attire, very clean cut. You see some SSC emblems and designs kind of just on his uniform. Venom, the face is very familiar.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
He just kind of stares at the TV and just is kind of shocked, I guess.
Let's see. It is.
He was shocked.
Press wrong button. I pressed wrong button. I'm sorry.
I cannot say too much about Eidolons, but this gentleman here, Carson Mort with SSC, has been doing research regarding them. When everything is said and done, when your new team is established, when every loose end has been tied up, this will be your target. Take care of him. I'll answer any of your questions.
And what was his name one more time?
Carson Mort. He is in your NPC reference.
Carson Mort. Ooh, yes, he is.
In Venom. This is the face of the man that you and Rain Man encountered in that kind of just those skeletal robots who was doing research on the bug and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I asked a we got to a very good question to ask, and then I spaced out. So she said, take care of everything, and then this is your next target. Take care of him, and then she'll answer everything.
She will answer any question that you have.
Now, when she said, so this is our new next target, after we tie up loose ends.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha, great. Cool. Great. Do we have when do we what's the time frame? What's the timeline of everything looking like from here on out? You said we have some respite How much time of respite do we have? Or could we depart and go after the dead king after this meeting? Or is this like mandated downtime?
Not necessarily mandated, but we already have a team verifying their dead king's location. Once we get that verification, you will be sent. This reprieve is a reward for your efforts as well as a response to community interest. She pulls up a file, and there seems to be there seems to be some invitation letters for the three of you. Apparently, there's having a party tomorrow in celebration of the nearing success of the Blinkgate, the the overall response and congratulatory efforts of the security team that stopped the Eidolon, and a general congratulations to the management and command to Captain Oda. And all of this is being sponsored by the governor of Arizona, Rook Grayson. Or Grayson Rook?
Grayson. Rook Grayson.
Rook Drayson.
And that's tomorrow night?
That is tomorrow night.
I have a question. And I kind of look past at the screens, and I'll be like, you mentioned at the start of all this that you give out Union Intelligence version of the truth. What version of the truth, by your man, or by what is being put out, who took care of the Eidolon? Trunk Security or Union?
She kind of gives you like a little smile, and I feel like, and as she says that, I feel like that should be obvious at this point. And she unmutes the program, and it seems to be like all everyone is being giving praise to Captain Oda for her response, for her capture of the three dead kings, of the various pilots who risked their lives to stop what they are calling a pirate attack. At no point is there any mention in the broadcast about an Eidolon or an rampage.
Is there any like hand cam footage of the attack itself? So is there any footage being shown of the Eidolon itself?
No.
No. So it's just the aftermath,
Yeah.
and like the response of people showing up to. Okay. Yeah, Yuki. Yeah, she had that confirms her suspicions. And her face is a mixture of disappointment and disgust. But understanding. So that's obviously the story that we're going with, is that pirate attack and Trunk Security took care of it.
That is the truth. Lucina turns her head as it seems like her computer terminal is now being just flooded with notifications and messages that she eventually does need to respond to. So she kind of just turns her head to all of you again and says, "You have your rest and reprieve. take your time and enjoy it.
Oh,
Are you back? You kind of lagged for a little bit.
Oh. What I was saying is Lucina has a basically just a inbox of unanswered messages. She's looking at all of you, kind of just basically nodding her head. If you got anything else, if not, you are free to go.
Night Venom, anything?
Nope.
Okay. I guess I'm asked everything I could think of for now.
Kind of just when you say that, door opens behind you. Lucina kind of just takes her focus away from you and starts working on her terminal in front of her.
All right. Yuki exits.
Venom just stares there at her, watching her work. And then leaves.
I will give a little salute and then follow suit.
All right. No one seems to escort you. Those of you who have whatever the equivalent of a cell phone is in this universe do get a message from Agent Marty just saying, beers at this place tonight?
Yeah.
Do we have Rayman's number?
That is gonna have to be a Rain Man question.
Good question. You know what? Let's see. High or low? No.
Ooh.
Wow.
Just like that, he's gone.
Damn. Venom was gonna send him a dick pic.
I miss you, BB. Come back. This could be yours, but you're gone.
No, that was just for leaving the group. But as they leave, like you said, no one's escorting us, right? No one's around.
No one's around. You get that one message from Agent Marty. No one seems to really bother you guys. No one seems to take any notice of you, unless you want to make a roll for it. You guys are pretty much invisible to everyone, or you are not bothering anyone.
Okay. I was just gonna say, Vincent looks at both of them and says, "Well, we get somewhere really private. We need to talk."
To us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll find. Let's go find somewhere. Then. We will look for somewhere private to talk.
Yes.
Whatever that entails.
So on the ship or going into the colony, kind of just what's the move here?
Yeah, Venom. Where do you want to? You want to stay on the Union ship, or do we want to go down to Arizona?
It'd probably be better to get away from the ship, so
Is
colony would be better.
Yeah, I agree. Is Marty asking for beers somewhere on the ship or on Arizona?
On Arizona, he seems to give you an address of like of some bar on Arizona itself.
Well, if we
Alright.
get there early, we'll have time to talk before Marty arrives.
Well, yeah. Let's go back to our rooms, change into plain clothes,
Plain clothes.
and get down to Arizona, and we can find somewhere to talk. We'll meet back at the shuttle in what 30 minutes, half an hour. Get our shit together and get down there.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. Yuki will go back to her room and put on plain clothes, but she's definitely going to keep her stealth heart suit on under her plain clothes and is bringing her gun.
And Venom does the same.
Knight still has his same everything on.
Doesn't
Did
change.
you even have plain clothes, or are you still rocking your Union jumpsuit?
With the tape over the badge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. I still have a mental picture of what he looks like. It's I would say it's like it's kind of lost its Union look. It's still got the colors, but you know, it's a little worn
Battered.
out now. It's a little
Yeah.
battered. Yeah, but it's still like, you know, what I imagine it's kind of a bigger overcoat. Then you've got the kind of like the hard plate medium armor under that. And then you know, just the combat pants to go with it, boots, sword on back, and then knight helmet. So yeah, still all that. Still rocking everything.
Yeah, Yuki is wearing a like, oh, what are they called?
The more I think about the knight's helmet, I picture a more like a techno kind of futuristic version of the Goblin Slayer helmet, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Yuki has on a pair of kind of baggy joggers pants and a hoodie, like loose fitting clothing. And she is keeping her pistol in her like the little hoodie front pocket. And
Alright.
she's just resting
That's-
her hand on it.
That's secure. So
Yup.
we're meeting up, and
To go down to
see-
Arizona.
Yeah, so I've got a very tired and distressed looking crackhead that has a very obvious gun printing in their hoodie pocket.
Yep.
We
No,
have
it's baggy. You can't see it.
we've got a mechanic that's definitely looked better, and also looks very stressed. And then a big guy just
With a weird helmet.
with a coat, a weird helmet, and a massive freaking sword on his back. Yeah. Once again,
Inconspicuous.
once we have a team name, where I'll be able to say whatever we are strikes again. But yeah, we're ready to hit the streets.
So you're going to the bar that you're meeting.
Not necessarily. We're going down to Arizona, and then I figure, you know, I don't know what the time frame is, but I imagine we have
How
A
long
bit
do
of-
we have? Yeah, till he
yeah.
wants to meet us.
A few hours. A couple of
Okay.
hours.
So I can't think of anything we need to do. Our mechs are probably being taken care of, so we don't need to worry about that. You know, we're headed to the bar, so we'll be able to get food and everything there. I don't know. Kind of feel guilty about the whole duck thing, but I don't think I can solve that problem before the meeting at the bar, so that's a problem for later.
Venom wanted to chat, so let's find a secluded area somewhere on Arizona. About how far away from All right, Yetter, help me paint a picture.
Hmm.
From where we land, from the shuttle, from the marathon, how far is it from there to, let's say, the abandoned district, and then from the abandoned district to the bar? Like, what's that triangle look like? As far as travel times alone.
Looking at the little Arizona little quadrant map, you guys are at this. No matter what, you're coming to the spaceport. Like that is where everyone comes in and comes out.
Yep.
Abandoned district is there. We'll say the bar is in the public square district, so kind of just in the center of Arizona. Not too far away from the abandoned district, so
We could, or Venom, we could go hit up the industrial farm. There's probably some secluded areas out there.
Yeah, either will work.
It's up to you. I'll leave it up to you. You want to you the public square is in the middle of everything. The spaceport is kind of on the far end. So wherever you want to meet, you can lead the way.
Yes, in that case, we'll go find somewhere in the industrial thing.
There it is.
Sounds good.
so you guys are going to the industrial farm.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, the entire time that they are traveling, Yuki is keeping a head on a swivel, constantly looking over her shoulder. Is not calm in the slightest.
All right.
And in the pocket.
So kind of, you guys hitch a ride, grab a taxi or whatever, make your way to the industrial farm. Definitely not a whole lot of people here. But my first thought is those of us who have played Cyberpunk, it's very much like those Biomechanica. Just large amounts of greenhouses, kind of just rows and rows, not a whole lot of people. A lot of the processes seems to be automated, kind of just no one really watching. The occasional drone comes by, more of just seeing how the temperatures are reading in each of the greenhouses. Nothing crazy. Kind of.
If a drone passes within like 10 feet of Yuki, just like the first time that one passes, she will slide over, grab it, and try to hack into its system like she did on the way back from where she was seeing simp everywhere for the first time, and try to see if there's still simp in its if there is simp in that, if in its inner workings.
I want to roll from you.
Sure. A hacker fix.
Yeah.
Great.
Tough.
That's tough.
Grab a hold of it. The stress is really getting to you. It takes you a lot longer to kind of just get past the rather generic protection that these drones have, but no, they are purely here to monitor the crops. Like they don't have sensors for anything else.
Great.
Or
All right,
data
cool.
on anything else.
Yeah, I'll jack out and kind of push it away. Move forward.
It
Like,
seems
okay.
as though there's some tension here that I personally am not experiencing that you two are.
I don't know how anybody can walk away from what we saw and not be a changed person, personally, but you know. That was unlike anything I've ever experienced, and I haven't been able to sleep well since.
Fair enough. Maybe we killed it.
At what cost?
Well,
I
he lost
don't-
his neck. It blew up.
Yeah, that's true. Almost 2 to max.
Well, I guess we're somewhere secluded now. He looks at Yuki and Knight, says, "So you've seen the picture of the target, our next target, right?
Yes.
That was the scientist that me and Rain Man ran into, or at least a hologram version of him, right before the AI got unshackled."
Well, I don't know if you've ever shared this with us. What did you see?
It was basically, I thought we did share that with y'all.
I can't
But
remember.
yeah, but basically we seen uh our next target. He was in a hologram-ish form in a robotic body, I guess, but it had the same appearance as him, and he was doing experiments on what was that alien race?
The Aragorns or Egregorns or something like that.
Mhm.
Aragorn.
If only.
Yeah, he kind of explains that he was doing experiments on that alien race, and
Oh. It didn't seem like a particularly pleasant fellow then.
oh no, he was a dick.
Interesting. What all were you able to glean from him? Any motives?
Personally, to me, it seems like he's trying to end the sentient life as we know it, or avenge the alien races that we wiped out.
Hmm.
Because what other reason would he have to bring, unshackle the AI and let loose the?
Now, do you think that was a pre-recorded hologram that you ran into, or like a projection of what he was doing?
It was definitely a projection because he was actually talking to us, and he was aware that we were there.
He was talking to you guys.
Mhm.
Interesting.
So basically, we're in some deeper shit than we thought we were.
Yeah, that sounds overwhelming, honestly. And he was the one who finished the unshackling on Simp.
He was working on it, yeah.
Huh.
He was just missing a piece.
And y'all inadvertently delivered.
Hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. So what's to say that pursuing this guy won't lead to more Eidolons?
I mean, if we don't, it very well could proceed to more as well.
Yeah. So lose-lose. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I never want to set my eyes on another one of those ever again.
Yeah, absolutely not.
That was horrifying. And what the fuck is up with Rain Man? He got a deal? We don't get deals? Well, I guess he wasn't part of Project Maxwell to begin with. But what was that? What the fuck was up with that? What was that all about?
I don't know, fucking.
Leaves us just like that.
Not even a goodbye.
Not even goodbye. After all that we've done for him. I spent all of his money.
I wonder why he left.
We got his ship fucked up chasing dangerous criminals.
I've still got 1,000 credits. Mana.
Me too.
That guy's an asshole.
Yeah, fuck him. If we ever see him again, we'll just draw dicks all over his nice new spaceship.
Hey, I don't like
I
that.
was really looking forward to that kitchen.
All right. Well,
Union kitchens we were using for the past couple of weeks have been dog.
Is that what you've been cooking?
dog, you've been cooking. Have some
No, I haven't been
standards,
cooking dog.
right?
How many children's pets are you gonna kill?
You are a menace to society.
What child owns a duck?
Well, none
It's,
now.
it's not my fault that
It
there's
is.
it was in with there. I did not see it. There was that duck was
They
on
were
a
all
leash.
his ducks.
That duck was free range. You know what? It could have been a different duck that disappeared during
was
the
that
Eidolon
duck.
attack.
Did you not see the drawing? It was the same duck.
I didn't see the duck before I defeathered it.
You literally picked it up.
You all weren't with me.
Well, I mean, I could tell. All right, something else that we got to think about. We've seen it mentioned a group name. Does anybody have any ideas for that?
Hmm.
This is important.
It is important. That's why I'm giving it some very a good thought. I wish I had. There used to be I found this like Excel sheet that was like a bunch of like Lancer chatter or something. I was gonna use that for ideas, but I can't find the document anymore. Actually, I might have sent it in. Oh, let me comb through Discord for a second. But I am thinking about that. Well, in the meantime, while we think about that, shall we start heading towards that bar?
Sure. Maybe Mardi Gras has some good names, ideas. Maybe we can just get him to name our group.
I found an old list from when we were generating our old team that Dean sent. Blue Wanderlust is when he.
What was our old
I don't remember. Oh, I'm covering up my. There we go.
It says, well, we could dust off my old team's name,
Yeah, what was that?
Black Lagoon.
Black Lagoon. What happened to them?
It's a long story. They're still around.
Wouldn't that be confusing?
Well, if they start hearing Black Lagoon coming around, they may come back. And
Is
they
that
are
something that you
very-
would want to have happen?
potentially.
Oh, I found the document.
Oh, here we go.
Let me put that. I'll put that in function fire. I forget. It's all the Horus chatter that you can see in on CompCon.
Lesbian Witch Academia. That's our name.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
Ninja
dude.
Ducky.
Did not look.
No gifts to fuck.
All Manticore pilots know is charge they core, get hot reactor, and die.
Yeah.
All right, I'll scour that for a little while we look for names, and as we
As we head to the brainstorm
bar.
as we walk to the bar. All right, guys, we could do something simple like chaos.
yeah,
That would fit in the Final Fantasy thing. For my character, at least.
Cell 219 and Cell 223 attack and dethrone God.
yeah.
Attack and dethrone
I
God.
just saw that.
Attack and rethrone God.
We create God just to take him down.
We could be TMDK, the mighty don't kneel. That's something that Knight might like.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it goes pretty hard.
Demolition.
I like this one from chat username all caps blood dash drinker. I'm about to inject 12-hour awake stems and chug sleepy time juice just to get a 4-hour energy boost. Wish me luck, fellas.
Ooh, here we go. Terribly perfect.
Terribly perfect. Yeah. Uncontrolled chaos.
Cauldron born.
Hmm.
I'm guessing this is a conversation that you'll have while making your way to the bar.
Basically, yeah.
Sure.
Bouncing ideas as we all walk, just as we walk to the bar, yeah.
Okay.
You can just say whenever we get to the bar. We're just
All
other
right,
than
all right, all right. So, kind of just basically getting your guys' big conversation taken care of. Kind of just are then going back and forth with name ideas, and making your way to this bar that that Agent Marty kind of just messaged you guys about. You're definitely getting there earlier than him, and kind of just as you walk into the district, You kind of see that the public square, there's some minor damage. It seems like the occasional mech was shot down and crashed into a building. Just like one or two, you see, and it's actually kind of funny. This bar that you're going to is actually right next to one of those crash sites. Apparently, a mech had crashed into some sort of mechanic shop, and it's you see like the occasional person like come out and take a picture, and then them being like quickly shooed away while some engineers and kind of just recovery effort teams kind of just basically take this mech apart, get the rubble out, and kind of just seeing if anyone is hurt underneath. So it's, but once you like get in, so a lot of noise outside, but once you get inside, it's actually rather peaceful. Definitely not a whole lot of people in there. It's kind of just your standard tavern setup. Kind of just there's a bar, back end tables scattered throughout. There's the bartender, the one or two waiters, waitresses, hostess, host or hostess, whatever you want to call it. There's one patron at the bar. No one really at any of the tables. It's kind
Do you
of
recognize the one patron at the bar?
guessing not, but that's definitely more of a Hale question.
Oh,
Mm,
who's at the
That
bar?
depends. Let's see, where is it?
Let me get the
There's
bar
that.
music queued
Gonna
up.
send that his way. And then to the group.
Oh.
That. You see that? Sitting at the bar. As disheveled as it looks.
Birds of a feather.
What the hell is even that?
Fire!
What? What the hell is even that?
That's all? What's the, is this a dive bar? Or is it like kind of a food and bar place? Or is it like a, or is this like, what kind of bar did we just walk
Is
into?
this like a pickle shots? Is this like O'Bannon? Is this like
What's the name of this bar also?
It's called Ophelia's Oasis.
Ophelia?
But you kind of notice that the walking in, kind of just the neon sign that it has, like sometimes the lettering will kind of just buzz out, and when it's all lit up, it says Phil's ass.
Ugh.
So
Where's Phil? And what's his ass doing?
And our handler really has great taste.
Yeah. I don't know how or why he would pick this place.
Where is the bastard?
Who knows? All right, Nidal just so I guess there's only one other person in here. Nidal, is this individual sitting at the bar, or are they at a table in a corner?
They're at the bar.
They're
Just
at the
nurse, not a drink, just not a care in the world. Sip, slam. Sip, slam.
okay. All right. Well, Knight's just gonna stroll up straight to the bar and just wave down a bartender and grab it. Let's see, what would Knight want?
Jack, you want some Latina pussy? You want to do that shot?
Knight just wants to start off. He just wants a big old beer, big Stein, big glass Stein, big beer.
big
So I'll
beer.
go up to the bartender. Yeah, go up to the bartender. Be like, excuse me, I just, yeah, whatever you did, whatever you recommend from on tap, biggest stein you've got.
He doesn't. It's a older gentleman looking guy, kind of just unkept hair, kind of just bit long, but is tied back. Rough skin and all that. Definitely lived a long life. Doesn't say a word. Gets a big glass, pours it, throws it in front of you. Doesn't really say anything.
Appreciate it. And then I'll rejoin my group as we find our spot wherever we're going to sit.
Yeah, while Knight went out to the bar, Yuki's going to find a corner booth where she can have her back to the corner and have a view of the bar and the entrance. And so in like a view of just everything in front.
Okay.
And sit down.
Vincent just went to the bar beside Knight and just got a glass of water.
Okay.
Well, this is going to be a fun evening.
I'd say his headaches has definitely died down now. So he's looking a lot better than what he was.
Was he just dehydrated?
No, I think there was some other stuff happening.
Kind of. No one really tends to you guys. It seems like the two waitresses that this place has, they seem to be chatting amongst themselves against a wall. Because I mean, you guys are very much having this appearance of I do not want to be bothered right now, so they are not going to bother you.
I mean, yeah, Yuki has still not been able to stop looking over her shoulder, so she's sat down and is keeping her eyes up and around.
Knight doesn't have a care in the world, and he's already on his second beer.
Damn.
And the bartender, he's washing out kind of just that first glass. And he looks at the three at the bar, kind of just looks at his invisible watch he has on his wrist, and is like, "Very early, ain't it?"
Well, we're here to meet somebody. Just no other prospects for the day. Might as well enjoy my time while I have it.
Okay.
The purple-haired one just slams the drink down on the table again, looking at Frank. I'm calling him Frank now, straight in the eyes. Damn it, Frank! You know why I'm fucking here. Have you stepped outside today? Takes another drink.
Kind of just nods his head, kind of just finally washes out that first glass and says, "Just counting my stars, it wasn't me."
Yeah, luckily. I wouldn't be able to come over here for one of these.
Yeah, and yeah, sure, we'll call him Frank. He looks at you Knight and you Venom. It's kind of just you Lancers.
What gave it away? Was it the fact that we're all a bunch of that a freak show walked into your bar and we looked like we could also kill somebody, or was it something else? Just the big sword?
Or was it the fact that you got a duct tape, Union
Yeah,
Lancer
Duct tape's
uniform?
like duct tape's like coming off by this
Yeah,
point.
it's
as
like
well.
half peeled off.
It's like
He kind of just puts his arms on the table and says, "See a lot of types coming in, coming out, but Lancers will always be the most unique." So, just a
yeah, I
feeling.
understand that. Yep.
Vincent doesn't know to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Yep. kind of just he pokes a little, just saying, "Well, you boys part of the action last week. Some of that your handiwork."
We
You
helped
could-
out where we could.
How close are we to ground zero?
Not really close, really. Um, let's see where, because you guys are at City Square or
Wait.
Public Square. Do yeah, and the zoo about 2-3 districts away. And with how the Eidolon was moving. Yeah, so basically what you're seeing is very much the outskirts of any sort of damage. Like these were people that were any sort of crashes that you're seeing are people that were basically sniped by the Eidolon and one-shotted and crashed into a building.
Damn.
Yep. So
Yeah, we helped out. Did what we could.
kind of just mutters under his breath like damn pirates. I guess is. And he throws even if you don't want it, it's entirely up to you. But he throws you some drinks on the house.
Appreciate it. I'll drink to killing pirates anytime.
Venom ain't gonna turn down a free drink, but he's not enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. Frank doesn't really ask anything else. Time ticks by.
I check the meeting time of when Marty was supposed to get to us compared to what time it is now. After time has ticked by a little bit.
It's getting close.
Oh, we're here that early. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought more time passed between us getting here and then. I gotcha.
Mm-hmm. No, like an hour goes by, kind of deal.
Gotcha. Cool.
One or two other patrons comes by. They one of them making some sort of delivery, the other one kind of just grabbing a case and leaving. No one really sticks around and stays. But eventually, kind of just the doors pop open. Agent Marty makes an appearance, as well as another one of those courier-looking droids. Vaguely familiar. You see them all around the place.
Yeah, Yuki immediately tightens her grip on her pistol, seeing that.
Kind of, Agent Marty kind of just turns his head a bit, notices there's you at the table, the group at the bar. Let's see. Okay. And he goes up to the bar people, pats them on the back, and kind of just motions them like, "Hey, how's it going, guys? Let's go back to the table real quick. Got some business to talk about."
This was the guy that sent us the encrypted message that exploded on itself. Way back when.
Your very first communication, yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's super serious to just some weird goofball.
There's
It doesn't seem as serious as that first impression of that message gave off.
He was very much playing a role in that. So
Okay. All right. I got it.
there. Let's see. Yeah. So, do all three of you follow to the table?
Sure.
Yeah.
Fuck, I got nothing better to do.
Oh my god, it's speed bump!
As we're walking to the table, he notices the other patron that was sitting at the bar walking with us and just asks, "Who the hell are you?"
You asking my name or my handle?
Yes.
Okay, just call me Cat.
Oh God, I'd rather not.
Fine, Katre then.
Why?
Former Union Lancer, codename Speed Bump. Presently without a fucking mech.
I
Well,
know,
at least
that's
you and I
good.
have something in common.
Yeah, it's tough out there.
Yeah, that shop outside, that was mine.
Oh,
Oh no.
Venom's or what's the word? He respects her a little bit more now, since that was her shop.
Oh. So, once all of you kind of just are seated, Agent Marty, or at this point, he kind of just calls himself Nestor. Kind of just motions for a drink. One of the waitresses, she sees it, starts getting glasses ready, and motions to basically the five of you, the four Lancer pilots and the droid that's with you now.
Oh god.
And
That's another question.
let's see.
party only gets more and more normal.
So he kind of just says, "Well, let's get the familiar faces out of the way first. Agent Mardi Gras, but I mean, at this point, just call me Nestor Carnival. It's entirely your choice, whatever you want to do." Kind of points to the courier droid and says, "This is your pal, your friend, Downpour," and he kind of just Downpour does like a little happy dance. Does the
Oh.
robot says,
Cool.
"We're gonna be."
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. We're gonna be connecting you guys with him so that chatter, communications, and all that completely secured. And then new friend kind of just points at the drunken mess that you guys haven't had casual conversation with this entire time.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck what?
Kind of Carnival Nestor kind of just makes like a jazz hands and says, "New team member."
Oh, yeah. I guess. Fuck, fine, whatever. Takes a drink.
Kind of just
So I guess you're not a former Lancer anymore.
Apparently fucking not.
kind of just Nestor seems to kind of just chills out for a second, and he kind of just the Agent Marty persona takes over kind of deal, and says, "So developments are changing. Agents are being reactivated. We are going to be deploying various amount of teams into the field. Before all that happens, I want to say thanks, guys. You did it. You you kind of did something that a lot of us at the bureau thought was a little impossible. Simulations we were running, had no idea why this happened. You guys seem to have uncovered something. So, thanks.
All part of a good day's work.
Okay, kind of just nods his head, and I'm not the only one who wants to thank you. So I've been in contact with Captain Odo, kind of just. She vaguely knows who we are, not the full extent.
Mm-hmm.
No one really knows the full extent, to be perfectly honest, but setting the story straight, someone has to take credit, basically. Can't be us. We don't like the spotlight, you know? But she does want to thank you guys. You are invited to basically a award ceremony, a medal ceremony for the various security team members that risked their lives and actually did help with the capture and defeat. The capture of the 3 Dead Kings and the defeat of the Eidolon, but second part we can't really talk about too much. The invites are for you. Entirely your decision if you want to go. You're all welcome to go. Kind of just looking at Downpour, looking at Cat. But tonight, we can just focus on you guys.
Wait. All sounds good to me. So, Downpour. Where's Rain Man in the ship?
And Downpour does like a little thinking gesture, like loading. Emergency situation. Personal business. Me being a unauthorized NHP, I was forced to stay with Union. And kind of just gives like a very jovial response. Like there's something a little off about Downpour. The Downpour you guys kind of just were at the start of this journey, kind of just a bit more reserved, a bit more shy. This one seems to be jovial, kind of just more peppy.
Maybe he hit his head too far.
They've
but we
already
threw him
fucked with
over
his
the
head.
fence. Oh, that too.
Oh, they messed with my buddy.
Completely registered with Union now. I am not an illegal product.
That's why.
Huh.
I love human life.
Well,
It takes
That's good.
every ounce of Yuki not to pull out her gun and shoot Downpour in the head right now.
okay.
Kinda, even Agent Marty is kind of just, you can relax, but we're all good friends here.
Are we really?
Nestor seems to think so, and he views you guys as friends, but he knows more about you than you about him. So,
And I would say after seeing Downpour again for the first time, or realizing it was Downpour, the whole time Venom starts hearing something, but he can't really comprehend what it is.
Oh God.
Like soft
Everyone on
whispers,
this team is
like a
schizophrenic.
buzz, like a
Yeah, like maybe something similar to a whisper,
all right.
but he can't make out what it's saying.
Mm-hmm. So
I guess every now and then he would look at, one of the other team members and, "What'd you say?"
okay.
I didn't miss anything. You hearing things?
Hell, I could have swore I heard one of y'all say something to me.
I feel like I have a pretty distinct voice. If I said something to you, you'd know.
He just kind of shrugs it off, like, whatever. It's been a long week.
So kind of just, unless you guys press Nestor for anything, he's just enjoying and congratulating you guys for good days, hard work, out and all that. Kind of just makes the makes a statement that Downpour is going to be your guys' designated driver, so have as much fun as you want.
What do you mean by that?
Keep him.
Whoa. Oh. All right. Wait. Okay. Well, I guess we're just stuck here anyways. We can't really go anywhere. We don't have a ship. So until we get sent to the Dallas, it's just we're here.
So
Yeah, when Knight says we don't have a ship, not with that attitude, you don't.
Well, do you have a ship?
I don't even have a fucking home right now. I'm down for anything.
Fair enough. Okay. I've stolen one ship now. What's another?
Hell yeah.
so
Well, we could figure out team names.
Yeah, we do still need our team name.
How about Death Watch?
Not bad.
Yeah, do you like that one?
that's it's an alright name. Might
Oh, it's all right.
yeah.
Or is it Taken?
Oh, my first thought is Star Wars, and
Yeah.
they're not good people.
No.
Knight and Company.
The cleanup crew.
No, because we really don't do the cleanup. We kind of make the messes.
Okay, how about Bloodbath? Cry Havoc. Poetic Justice. The Guilty.
Guilty.
Hasty to Hell.
Misfits.
That kind of fits.
Freak Show.
You're getting there.
I like the Misfits. Tainted Devotion. That one also kind of works because we lost all of our memories, but we all were told that we willingly signed up to do this. So Tainted Devotion.
Fuck it, we're throwing out names here. Fuck it. Motley Crue?
Motley Crue's not bad. Redemption.
High risk.
High risk, low reward.
You can make it a monkey paw.
Monkey
Oh.
paw.
Criminal intent.
If we choose high risk and shorten it, then people have to say we're HR.
Inglorious bastards. Night shift.
And if we spell it with a K.
Alright, I retract the suggestion. I'm so I'm on the Darkest Dungeon wiki, and they have like team names for every conceivable party formation in that game with all the different characters, and they all have unique names. And so I'm just scrolling through because they're all really good.
Okay.
That's all the ones I've thrown out so far are from there. Mixed bag. Merciless. Hemogoblins.
Mind goblins.
Violence Anonymous.
VA.
Avoiding Apocalypse.
Dangerous, lonesome.
Avoiding apocalypse is actually on point because the whole thing is that the system is going to die at the end of the year. You guys are supposed to somehow solve that.
So our team name's gonna be
Four
Nova.
Horsemen?
Mm,
Oh.
I like the Horsemen.
Yeah.
Because we're the Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
We're either going to save or bring the apocalypse.
Alright. So far, my number one is the Horsemen. I like that.
Horseman's pretty cool. I'm good with
like
that.
And so long as we stay, yeah, if we're a group of four, we're the Four Horsemen. Holy shit. The Scorn. Critical condition. Now, do we want to do the Four Horsemen or do we just want to do the Horsemen?
I think
I
the
don't know.
Horseman.
The Horseman goes hard.
Yeah, the Horseman goes hard.
Horsemen. Because, you know, it also plays into Lancer. Cavalry.
Mm-hmm. So.
All right, well then, who's who? I feel like Knight has to be War.
Yeah, I think that's a given.
We got Death, Famine, and I guess Conquest. or Glory, whichever one you want to do it. Who's the other? I feel like you could go. Either Death or Glory. Oh, we can figure it out.
Yeah.
Not too pressing at the moment.
No. I'm good with the Horseman.
So
Horseman.
All right, we're the Horsemen.
having that discussion, kind of just in just the general chatting amongst yourselves. At some point, Nestor does have to go. He has reports he needs to do and all that. So he leaves Downpour in your care, who is going to be your designated driver for the evening. But
So, Kat, what's your story? You own that shop, but you said you were a previous Lancer. What's that all about?
Pretty much just what I told you. Previously, just a Union Lancer. Joined up, found out I had good marks, put me in for the Lancer program. Fuck, I did that fairly well, and I ended up just being a rifleman. Something happened where I ended up being put in the reserves, wound up here in the station, doing my own thing. And apparently now I'm being fucking reactivated.
Were you ever active duty as a pilot? As a Lancer?
Yeah, 2 tours.
2 tours. Okay, I missed that. I heard reserve, and so I didn't catch that. All right. Well, what are your specialties? Where do your skills lie?
I mean, I can hold my own liquor.
Wow.
Takes a giant swig. But I'm assuming you're talking about what I can bring to the team. Well, my mech used to be a long-range hitter, until it's nothing but a pile of scrap. But yeah, specialized in that in drone support. Yeah, the little turret boys.
Very nice. Well, considering you're going back to active duty, you have access to Union printers, so you can get your mech rebuilt in no time flat.
Yeah, but I've had that one for 5 years. Can't just go and replace that.
Okay, well, you can drag it to their printers and have them repair it. Well, I guess we can let you in on what our current plan is we currently waiting on intel on the last known position let me rephrase that. We are waiting on intel of the current position of the last dead king, so we can go and finish the job there. And then after that, we have another mission in the works, but that's still being worked on, so I guess right now, if you have any information on the 3 Dead Kings and where the last one might be, it'd be very useful.
Gonna be ass. I don't know shit about the 3 Dead Kings.
Well, I guess. Right, who's
That's
all
about
going
what
to
was
that?
expected.
What's up, Knight? Sorry?
That's about what was expected.
Yeah. Who's all going to that event? To the function tomorrow? Who's pulling up to the function?
Why not? Functions are fun.
Yeah, may as well go. She'll be pissed if we don't.
Yeah.
I suppose I can see if I can't dig my dress blues out of the wreckage.
Dress clothes. I'm wearing this. What are you talking about?
Suppose
If I'm
so.
going active duty again, I got a standard to uphold, don't I?
No.
No. Welcome to the Horsemen.
Also, we're intelligence. We're not well, we're not typical union.
Better if people don't know.
Yeah, we can fly under
Yeah.
the radar.
And I'm technically a contractor, so I don't really care.
I guess we are
I'm still wearing the
contracted.
hat.
Are we contracted yet, or are we like actually intelligence, or are we just contracted intelligence?
that
What's the technicality in here?
that depends on your whatever deal you made with Lucina.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what the fuck? So it's probably contracted. All right, well. So that's your shop next door, Cat?
Yep. What's
Was.
left of it anyway.
Tough. Anyways,
Sucks to suck.
Yuki will finish whatever's in front of her, and we'll stand up and be like, I'm going to head back. And are we just staying on the ship? Is that what's going on here? Or do we have, or we just been quarantined on the ship?
You were quarantined on Marathon while intelligence basically gave you a health exam.
Gotcha.
Downport says that some private quarters have been set up for you guys, unless you want to go back to the Marathon.
Private quarters where?
Private quarters sound fantastic.
Just like a rather rundown motel that was selected because of its how unnoticeable it is.
All right, fuck yeah. Yeah, I'll go. I'm gonna be like, all right, Downpour, show me where this is. So if you try anything
Yeah.
funny, I will end you. I am very. Well, no, I don't say anything. I don't say any of that. I'll just say, Downpour, where is it?
He does a little beep boop, and address is given to you guys, but Downpour does seem to have a car that he is able to take you guys in.
Shit. Well, I don't know if you guys are ready or not, but if you guys aren't ready, then I'll just walk. If you guys are ready, we can take the car.
Yeah, I'm good to
Okay.
go. What year is it again?
5023 of the Union calendar,
Awesome.
or it might be 22. Let's see. What did I write? I wrote 23 as present day. Okay. So yeah, if you all are ready to go, Downpour drives you all away, takes you to just like a motel, hotel, kind of straight up just like the No-Tell Motel from Cyberpunk, just like this rundown place that people don't really spend too long there, and if they do, it's because they don't want to be noticed. And each of you do have individual rooms,
I know.
so your own little
Very nice.
Well,
private
at least he didn't
space.
pile us all into one place this time.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap bastard.
Cheap bastard.
And unless there's something you want to do in the late hours of your day, I'm assuming you go to bed at some point.
Yeah, Yuki will. Nah, Yuki's just gonna go to bed.
Yep.
And some space Tylenol, going to bed.
Knight's not literally cooking something, but he's got some ideas, so he goes into his. Actually, no, Knight goes back out to grab art supplies,
Oh boy.
and then he's gonna go
Uh-oh.
back to his room to work on some stuff.
He's gonna start sending death notes to the kids' pets.
How's Vincent doing this evening in the wee hours?
He managed to go to sleep, but he's having very strange dreams. Shit, where'd I write it down? Where'd it go? So, basically, this dream of his, uh, it's like he's in a void and grasping for air. Uh, he's freaking out, obviously, and he managed to calm down for a moment, and he's hearing some voices echo, and they're kind of like calling out to each other, from what he could tell. Uh, the first voice is kind of like a deep, ancient voice calling out for its lost child, and the second is like a whisper behind his ear, pleading to him to take her home. And that's where the dream ends.
All right.
So I think he's in a cold sweat would be a good term for it.
Mm-hmm. Waking up in a cold sweat. Is it early in the morning, middle of the night?
I'd say like the equivalent of like 3 a.m. maybe.
3 a.m.? Having the equivalent of a cell phone in this world, you do seem to have an unread message.
He takes the cell phone up or picks it up and reads the message.
It's from Nestor. Um, it's it's like a notice, kind of a very very much like your doctor trying to tell you, like, hey, something's weird about your medical exams. You're not quite as healthy as we'd like you to be. If you don't mind coming back in and basically reassessing and getting you on a plan kind of deal.
He's reading that and he's just going off. Fuck.
But it's a little weird because kind of the clinic that he tells you to go to, it's not on the ship. It's not the Marathon in Spaceport. It's some other location on Arizona. Like some sort of just like a rather generic clinic.
Okay. Is it like open now or
Yeah, it's a
is like go in the morning type thing?
it's a 24/7 clinic. It appears you have some sort of room reservation.
Okay. Well, I guess he sits there and thinks on it for a minute and just heads out. Doesn't say anything to anybody though.
Okay. Let's see. You would need to hitch a ride. Let's see, because it's. Let's see. So you guys were at the public square. You wouldn't have to go too far. It's at the train terminal, kind of just district area. So easy travel. And it's kind of just walking up to this kind of just rather rundown clinic. Kind of a little rundown, and very much the entire service does appear to be automated. Like you scan a card, get into a room, machines take scans of you, and you're basically given this rather automated, impersonal kind of just health plan. Do you go through the motions?
Yeah, I'd say he does.
All right. So you kind of just they take the scans of you, these machines, print out you a little slip, says additional advisory needed. Please check into room 23.
It's a recurring theme.
It is. Yeah. I guess he heads to room 23. Just, I guess he's kind of freaking out a little bit. Like, what the fuck? What's going on? What's wrong?
All right. So heading into this room, a bit spacious. There seems to be just cabinet space for what might have been a doctor. Kind of just for and other supplies. Kind of just the patient bed and all that. And walking into this room, it is occupied. Again, another one of those courier robots. And what appears to be a teenager. Kind of just they both look at you. The courier robot gives you a very familiar wave of downpour. Okay, and just a bit friendly, a little too friendly, but yeah. Howdy, Vincent. Got the message?
I did. What are you doing here? And what is with this child?
Who is this sassy lost child?
Yeah.
So you see a young teenager, probably like 14, 15 type of deal. Um, long white hair in a union, a very similar union uniform as what you saw a lot of the other officers on the marathon wear. She is whoever this child is somehow part of union intelligence. She kind of doesn't really say anything and kind of just watches you. Let's see. So, Downpour seems to kind of just motions to the three of you and kind of. So, we got something in common. I think. Kind of just. There's a little nervousness now in him. And he's just. You. We can all hear it, right?
Hear what exactly?
Um. I don't know. I think that's what I want to find out. That's what she wants to find out. Kind of just again doesn't she her attention does not shift to Downpour at all. She is entirely focused on you, Venom. And Downpour looks at you and says, "Dude, do we want to figure this out?"
You're talking about the voices?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Kind of just the girl kind of just looks at you and when did you start hearing them?
It was after the pirate attack.
She do they say anything to you?
I can't comprehend what they're saying, really. One of them's just like a whisper, and the other one's crying out for its lost child.
There's a thought that rings into your head. It's not yours. Do they talk to you like this?
He kind of jumps back. He's, what the fuck?
And
And
Downpour kind of just starts making gestures to the two of you and says, see, connecting.
uh, he said, was that you? Did you just speak to me in my mind.
I spoke to you through the firmament, what you might call the blink. We, just gesturing to the two of you, we can connect to it.
Mhm.
And what the fuck is it? I mean, is this some kind of new technology or something?
Kind of just, no, not new. It's been around forever, really. It's just that only now we're able to use it, able to connect with it. Union uses it every day. She kind of just gives a laugh and just, they make these great projects, these stations, these blink gates, and instantaneous travel. Time, effort, years, centuries goes into building these things. And you and I, we can just use it. Free will. No great engineers, no enormous amount of wealth and resources. She snaps her fingers and we're able to use it if we can connect to it.
He sits there for a second and says, he says, well, first off, who exactly are you?
I'm Alice.
Or what are you?
If we want to talk about what, she kind of just gestures to herself, a child soldier rescued by Union intelligence and now forced to do their bidding.
Child soldier, huh? Guess the Union was more fucked up than I thought it was.
I have a unique gift and no one else to rely on. She looks at you expectantly. I'm hoping that can change.
And what do you want to rely on me for exactly?
I want to go home.
Just like Sandy.
Dumb old Texas.
Mm-hmm.
He says, well, I do have a background of getting people where they want to go, or I used to.
One. Come on.
And where exactly is home?
Boundary Garden. The world under siege by my people.
Would Vincent actually know what the Foundry Garden is?
So it is some Lancer lore, and there is a second human empire that exists in Lancer. They are called the On, and they are at war with Union.
Oh,
Bound-
fantastic.
Boundary Garden is basically where that war is taking place. What has happened is there was some sort of, the Honor are very like religious people, and there was a schism. The losers went to this world, Boundary Garden, which was at the time, I believe, actually I might be getting my lore mixed up here, but basically Boundary Garden is Union owned relatively. These refugees went there for asylum. The people that now rule On want those other On people, the refugees, gone. And they have invaded Boundary Garden to do it. They also destroyed the Blink Gate that was located there.
I guess in that case, he looks at her and he says, "You do realize it's a war zone, right?"
And if I continue my service here, I will only see war zones.
Fair enough. So, how would you be able to help me help you?
She relays a thought into your mind. I can show you how to connect to the firmament, the blink, the void, whatever you want to call it. And the rules of reality might no longer apply to you should you master it.
He kind of thinks on it for a second. He says, "All right, you got a deal."
This is the one time that you actually see like her smile. She hops off the table, struts out her hand.
Shake it.
And gives you like a mocking salute, like Navigator Alice of the Marathon.
He performs the same mocking salute back. Says, "Vincent, fuck up of the Union."
Alright. Unless you have anything else to ask her. Downpour escorts her out. And
Okay.
you are free to do whatever you want.
I guess the only thing he would ask her is, like, how to keep in contact with her. How to use that voice thing that she's been using. And does it work on other people?
She responds back in your head. Only the gifted, the blessed, the cursed, the evolved, whatever you want to call us, we're able to use it.
Okay, so I can't fuck with people. Alright. And if I wanted to communicate to you, how would I go about doing that through the mind process?
I want you to make a roll.
Fuck.
you so you try to relay a thought to her. Doesn't quite receive it, but she basically tells you practice makes perfect. And if you don't mind, Venom, I want you to make a custom skill trigger called Piercing the Void.
Let's see. How would I go about doing that exactly?
Violence.
Would that be on CompCon or
It would have to be on CompCon.
okay?
Not something you have to do right this moment, but just something eventually.
Okay, I'll get back with you on that. On how to. Oh, never mind. I see it. Okay. And you just want me to just name it, nothing else.
Piercing the Void, but it's your skill. You can name it whatever you want.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right. And unless you have anything else to ask her, Alice departs.
All right. I think we're good.
Eventually, kind of just morning arrives for all of you. Waking up in this no-tell motel. There's no customary breakfast. You do have like the instant coffee machines in your own little complexes, but not really much else.
Is everyone all gathered?
Yeah, I guess so. You definitely make some coffee before heading out.
All right. Knight struts over.
Get him sleep.
He's got a, you can tell even though with the helmet's on, but you can tell he's got a intense, aura about him. He's gonna strut up to whatever table that everyone's, making coffee at or whatever, groggy, waking up, and he's got four little pieces of fabric in his hand. And if y'all will look at our Discord channel, Knight is gonna slap down 4 patches. Well, I guess we'll figure out what to do with. Downpour, but Knight slaps
we'll
down
see
4
if he's
patches
on the team or not.
for the Horseman. And if everyone likes him, this is my suggestion for our company's patch.
Am I stupid? What is the MALA
Mala Ipsa
Bad news
Nova.
itself.
Yeah, Mala Ipsa Nova is Latin for bad news itself.
Oh, cool, great. Yeah, I don't know that. I thought they were acronyms. I was about to do Mala Ipsa Nova. I'm like, maybe that's an acronym. I don't know.
I'll probably
Yeah,
edit it
who
later.
the fuck knows Latin, bro?
Well, a lot of patches have Latin phrases.
I
so
know.
don't know how to do them.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm making fun of Latin as a whole.
But yeah,
Bad
yeah.
news itself. Is that what that means?
Bad news itself. Yes.
Cool. Great.
So yeah, that's what Knight was working on last night.
Wow.
Yeah, sure. The Yuki will slap that on her Lancer uniform. All right, we got a function tonight.
We do have a function.
If you want to go.
Sure, we can go. When is that at?
Brand new patches.
Again in the evening, but it does seem to like
Is
it's
there a dress code?
it is some sort of formal event. Kind of just you do actually like once it was mentioned to you, you actually do start seeing like posters, flyers, ads for it, kind of just scattered throughout, and it is some sort of formal event where the mayor, or not the mayor, the governor, is coming out and congratulating those of Trunk Security that helped defend Arizona. It's an award ceremony, as well as just like a general kind of just charity event to help fundraise and repair the colony. Sponsors and others are coming to basically sell their wares and kind of just offer their own type of aid. It's just like this some sort of like gala charity event type of deal.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. Well, in preparation, I guess Yuki will go find a adequate pantsuit to put on
all
for
right.
the function.
Venom just finds some blue jeans and a decent looking jacket. He
Okay.
doesn't care about being formal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure this will be very shocking to everyone, but I will be continuing to wear what I have had on.
I don't really have
Do
much
you
of a
look-
choice because, well, don't have any place where all my stuff was at. So, going as is, unfortunately.
Gotcha. So, prep how you want. Kind of just it opens at noon and then ends at basically well into the evening. The kind of just award celebration itself doesn't seem to open until like dinner time, or it's not scheduled until like dinner time. And just the general morning, or is the like kind of just the general afternoon does appear to be just charity events and various activities to kind of just keep people in the spirit of, hey, we did this, we got work to do, hey, but we also survived this. So they're trying to make a little festival out of it all.
A festival, you say? Very cool. Knight's just excited to see what food is being served.
All right. Yep. So opens at noon.
Yeah, just general activities open at noon. Dinner time is when the award ceremony happens, and then there's like just after party and hoity-toity rich people and late until the evening.
No. All right, I guess we'll get there. I mean, I guess Yuki will plan on getting there a little bit before the dinner. She's not gonna fuck around with the activities at noon.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck's gonna do that shit? I mean, unless we want to.
Depends on the food.
Yeah. Well, I imagine since basically the whole colony's gonna be there, probably gonna have some decent food. I guess we could go try the food.
What it's all about.
fuck it, we'll go.
Mm.
Yuki stays strapped though.
I mean, so does Knight. All intents and purposes.
Such a cool image.
We like the colony interior. So, arriving to this venue at noon, and kind of just in the afternoon kind of period. It's very much. Let's see, where exactly do we want it to be held? So it's in basically the church district. Close enough to where all the action was, but also far enough away that there is a lot of sound structure still. So get people to realize what the actual damages are, but also like not being in a complete state of disrepair while holding these events.
Understood.
And afternoon events are basically like one of those open market festivals. Like it's, you see kind of just these pop-up stalls kind of just being shifted, moved, and people prepping meals or opening up storefronts. Variety of toys and games are being provided to children, those who need it and those who want to be distracted. Various fundraisers and kind of just charity collectors are making the rounds. Some of them actually in union uniform. Some of the others trunk security. There's there is a sense of kind of just competitive rivalry going on between the two, union and trunk security, like who can raise more or who can provide more support kind of deal.
As you do.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just nothing too fancy. It is very much like a bring what you have and present what you can kind of deal. A lot of this does not seem to be planned.
Cool.
Very cool. All right, I guess we'll just have a look around and see what you see. Knight, lead the way.
Okay.
Let that nose of yours sniff out.
Yeah. Is there any open air food stalls? Anything cooking?
No bats. No bats.
Any duck?
Any duck?
Is little Timmy still looking for his duck?
You see a child stapling or hammering or nailing whatever missing poster signs.
Damn.
But everyone gives him a pat on the back and says, "It's okay, kid. Like, we'll find Mr. Quacker soon or something." No,
Pirates got him.
yeah, the pirates got him.
All right.
But like no one like seems to treat it like real seriously. Like it, from what you can gather and kind of just with how it's being presented, like it was more of like a communal duck. Like it was just, it wasn't an actual pet. It was more of, there was just a duck in a park that everyone saw often enough and it stayed there that they kind of just like, oh yeah, this is this is his place now, kind of deal.
Dude, you didn't just kill little Timmy's duck. You killed the community duck.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Killed and ate.
Yeah. But only
Hey.
only little Timmy
Yeah.
seems to be taking it real hard.
Y'all ate it with me. We all ate the duck. It was good.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
there are a variety of food vendors, and there actually does seem to be some sort of contest going on.
Okay.
What?
What does that look like?
So it looks like there's like some just open counter space, like very much like any one of those like chef TV show challenges, like open kitchens and all that.
Oh.
You see
Okay.
what appears to be a panel of judges. And you actually see Frank, the bartender from last night, on the judge panel.
Oh shit.
Okay. I'll walk up to Frankie and just be like, fancy seeing you again. What's the spiel? What's going on here?
Well, he kind of just gives you a nod and says, well, some of the locals thought we got all this food here. Everyone's cooking. Whatever we make is being thrown to people in need anyways, so why not make a game of it? Whoever creates the best meal kind of just gets... and kind of just points to like a little paper crown. Just like the community favorite.
Are ingredients provided, or do we have to source our own if I was to participate?
Kind of just looks at the rather friendly atmosphere that's going on. Like, people are very much like, hey, do you need this? Oh, yeah, I'll need that. And he says, here, come and have it. Like, people are providing, and people are very much willing to give. Well, you're more than welcome to bring your own.
Okay. All right. We'll figure this out. All right. I'd like to take part in this competition. I think.
All right. So, kind of just, and what it seems to be structured, it's very much a 3-course meal, kind of just appetizer, entree, dessert. Is what's being presented. And kind of just, there's some people who are kind of doing it just for fun. There's 2 individuals who do seem to be taking it rather seriously.
Mm-hmm.
One individual, kind of just like a very typical kind of just Italian pasta maker. We'll call him Tony.
All right, Tony.
Yeah, he has some sort of rivalry with this Lawrence fellow. Kind of owns a deli, the Lawrence Lard. They have some sort of like rivalry going on, and those 2 at the very least are taking this competition rather seriously.
All right. I gotta get in there then. Is everyone just actively cooking right now, or is it about to start?
It seems like it has somewhat started, but everyone's still in that first phase, like creating an appetizer, and some meals have already been presented to the judges, and kind of just, it's okay. Nothing really show-stopping just yet, but again, it's only the first round.
All right, well, let's get in there. Actually, a group appetizer. Something that a lot of people like enjoy. Let's see. All right. What Knight's gonna attempt to do is this kind of it's a candied kind of like candied bacon. So it really any sort of fatty meat will work. So he's gonna go around and kind of ask see if that's available anywhere. Once you get it, it's just a matter of candying it, and it's just little kind of candied bacon that you can just dip in sauce and pop in. That would be his appetizer that he's gonna start cooking up if he can source the materials.
Yeah, it's easy enough to find, and kind of just anything that's maybe like they don't personally have on hand, you do see like a union sponsored pantry present
Okay.
that people much in very much your situation, like they just showed up, not really much on hand, they go grab from that kind of just public pantry.
I gotta change gears with music if I'm gonna be cooking. Yeah. There we go. All right. A little bit of a gear shift, but we'll take it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Knight, you know, all his gear still on. Intimidating mountain of a man is just gonna start. Are all these like cooking booths? Are they in a line? Are they in a circle? Is like, are people watching them cook?
It's almost it's like it's like a shared island type of deal, like rather large islands. Each chef kind of just has their own corner.
Okay.
No one really monitoring the situation. It's very much like community enforced rules. Like people will call out
Knight,
if they see it.
Knight's gonna walk up with was probably a big flank of meat, just slam it on the table at the most available station. He's going to then sanitize the sword on his back, and then he's gonna get to work, start cooking.
All right.
Maybe a little nod to his fellow chefs.
Mm-hmm. Kind of just the open space that you found. There's maybe like two other chefs there. Both of them on the younger side, kind of just amateur chefs who not really here for the challenge, kind of just more of like, we had nothing better to do. Might as well do something. So, and you said candy bacon is your appetizer?
Yeah, like a candied bacon, or kind of a. I can send you the recipe.
No, you don't need to do that. What I do need you to do is roll.
Yeah. I
Here's to you,
knew
Keith.
I should have put points in cooking. Shame. All right. I don't have any reason to have any accuracies, sadly. So let's hope it turns out good. Come on, first roll back. Hey.
15. So, candy bacon, very much well received. Not like tens across the board, but like yeah, people enjoyed it. Like it was good. Solid eights. You do get a 9 from Frankie.
Heck yeah! Thank you, Frank. I'll give him a salute.
Let's see. So this next roll, I'm gonna roll for Tony here. He's making like pizza rolls or homemade pizza rolls.
Very nice.
Kind of shit. A bit more well received.
Dang.
And then let's see, Lawrence, the deli guy, he's making sliders. Nothing too crazy. And everyone hates it.
Oh man, that's raw.
Oh no.
So between kind of just and Tony, he sees you making your candy bacon. He sees you. He doesn't feel like Lawrence is a threat now. He's watching you. So, but this first round does go to Tony the Italian.
All right. Okay.
What is going to be your entree night?
I think the entree has to be since we're out on the area, there's a sense of community here. There's the street, we're out in the sourcing materials and ingredients from the community. I should do some sort of street food. So I think we're gonna do some like street tacos.
Ooh.
Like just some nice, fresh vegetables, fresh meat, and street tacos. So Knight's trying to make food that not only the judges can have, but once the judges are done, it's just open to anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very much the vibe here.
Yeah. No, I already played that. There we go. Yeah. All right. Need me to roll on that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Come on. Still haven't figured out a reason for an accuracy yet. Oh,
Oh.
let's go.
Oh, they
Neat.
love the street tacos.
Let's go.
Let's see. Tony's gonna do. He had a big fat lasagna going, I think, like a big kind of just large lasagna that everyone was able to take a bite out of.
You're kidding!
Damn,
Get wrecked.
and they loved
That
it.
sucks.
It does suck.
Let's see, and then Lawrence. He's gonna make the Lawrence sub, just like nothing fancy, just his usual sandwich that everyone buys every day.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
And it's a crowd pleaser. There's a reason people get it every day.
All right. Now it's starting to get competitive.
You gotta clutch it on the dessert face.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for dessert. Yeah, Yuki is down.
Oh, Big said.
She never liked my cooking anyways. All right. For dessert, Knight's going to do a dessert drink, kind of a, kind of a dessert cocktail. He'll make a couple virgin ones, so for anyone else, for people that don't want them, and it's gonna be like a kind of a, leaning towards an Irish coffee, but not quite. More of a kind of it's more of a kind of, I'd say, a shake consistency with a little bit of that kick from a kind of a rye or a whiskey.
So a bushwhacker.
Never had one of those, but now I want one.
Hmm.
As I'm
It's
making
made
this
with
up
ice
and
cream.
everything.
It's actually really good.
I thought so. It sounds really great. But should I do that? I want to, as I'm making these cocktails, I want to line them all up on the flat of my blade and then serve them onto the table from that using show off. So I have to cook them first, but Knight's locked in right now. Oh, do I have any in gear?
So
I could use honorable challenge and to the death on Tony.
If you're gonna adding some flair, performing a show off. If you succeed on that, I'll give you accuracy on the cooking roll.
All right. Here's the show off. No!
So,
It's always the festivals, man.
it's always so adding some flair in your performance and your cooking. It's not quite winning hearts at the moment, or it's just like there's just so much going on that you're not really able to capture anyone's attention.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, here comes
So it's just a
flat cooking roll. Oh my god, it's
Oh.
over. I don't. It's over.
yeah. No
Dang.
one paying attention to your performance really did not help your self esteem.
Oh my god.
So
Nice ego is just destroyed right now.
yeah, Tony making, we'll say like gelato or something, and then Lawrence doing ice cream sandwiches. Yep. So when the contest does finish, numbers given out, prizes and whatever else. Of the couple dozen that came to this venue and was perform and kind of just not really taking it seriously, but like just putting in some effort. It's you, Lawrence, and Tony that are like the real contenders, and like, oh wow, actual like crowd pleaser. Like this is actually some genuinely good shit.
Nice.
So, just not first place.
Not first place. So sad. Oh, it'd be that way.
Yeah,
All right.
But
Well,
kind of just once kind of just the paper crown is put on Tony's head, him and his schmug Italian look. Frank does like come over you, pat you on the back, and says, "Well, if you're ever looking to get out of Lancer work, I could always use a chef."
no, I'd probably kill somebody. And then I'll walk off.
Kind of. Frank nods in admirement.
Lost another one. And he's back.
Whoop, wrong button.
Oh no.
All good.
So, kind of just the whole cooking contest does seem to be the rather highlight of the venue. Everything else is just like, just the general carnival game, or kind of just, throwing balls in the pins and bowling and whatever else.
Nice.
Nothing too crazy. And eventually, kind of just time passes by unless you guys are looking for something. The ceremony is getting closer and closer, and people start making their way, turning on the kind of just the screens they have. Entirely your guys' decision whether to go or not.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see.
I guess we drag Yuki with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yuki drank a little too much.
Just a little.
Imagine that's what hell looked like this morning.
I was out till noon. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, me and Alana woke up at about 12 as well.
I was a bad influence for a little while, but I left you in great hands. Don't worry.
So, heading into the this award venue, this medal ceremony, whatever you want to call it. There is a level of decorum going on. Like, people do seem to be in presentable attire. You get the kind of just your group of four does get a couple of glances, but nothing like, no one shoos you away. It's actually a little like a 50-50. Like, the people who are putting an effort in how they look and how they present themselves and wanna bring in a certain amount of wealth into this venue, they look at you and it's like, really, that's all you can do? Whereas the people who are part of the ceremony to receive the reward, to be congratulated for their service, they look at you with mad respect, like, hell yeah. That's how a Lancer is supposed to look.
I just picture we're doing a weekend at Bernie's with Yuki.
Mm-hmm. And kind of just people, they let you into this kind of just rather standard kind of just conference hall. Tables are set. There is kind of just bar and punch and whatever else scattered throughout. There's the occasional service droid with a platter of champagne glasses, and another one with a platter of little delectables that you can grab. And you guys claim a spot as your own? Do you intermingle with the rest of the crowd? Kind of just what's the vibe you're going with here?
Knight's going for
Mingling.
drinks, of course.
Say Fancet just kind of claims a spot for him, and the whole time he's trying to figure out the whole mind thing, trying to talk to either Downpour or Alice.
Give me a roll. It'll be a d20 plus 2.
Don't need it.
Hell yeah. So you can't contact Downpour. Like you don't feel that same connection that you had with Alice last night. But you are able to connect with her. In fact, you are kind of able to grasp where she is. It's distant, but she's on the ship. Like you can, it's almost like a vision in your head. Like you're almost seeing through her eyes kind of deal, that she is on the bridge of the ship looking at star charts, looking at ship movements, and kind of just it's a very weird kind of just out of body experience. Kind of dazes you for a second, but eventually Alice makes you hear her thought in your head saying, "You really are gifted."
Yeah, I've always been told I'm special. Rode the bus and everything.
She doesn't quite get what you mean, but she understands that it might have been a joke.
And then from there, he'll just go get a drink. Say, well, that's very fucking weird.
Mm-hmm. Hale or Cat, did you grab a table or did you go get a drink as well?
I went and got a drink.
Gotcha. So I'll just make it easy. All three of you are together at the grabbing punch, grabbing drinks. And then a familiar voice calls out to the three of you. Two of you recognize him. It's Ephraim.
Ephraim's back.
He all pressed in a in his formal attire, IPSN trunk security. He does seem to have like arm in a sling at the moment, but he's happy to see you guys, and he's like, "Hey guys, been a bit."
And you made it out of there alive. Thanks for the mech drop.
Yeah. So
I was surprised you actually managed to find the old thing.
I mean, I didn't do it myself. Some woman gave me coordinates and told me to go there. Kind of just situation as it was. I didn't really want to question things. Just
When it's stuff that we're involved in, that usually is the best course of action.
Don't think, just do.
And he kind of just looks at you guys, kind of just looks at the situation itself, and just says, "This is." I don't know. It should be you guys up there, not me.
Nah, I don't care.
I've got
Not
my
one
own.
for glory.
I get my own rewards in other ways.
Welcome back to the
Yes,
land of
ma'am.
the living, Yuki.
Hello.
We've been having to do the weekend at Bernie's for you. You are in good hands.
Yeah.
So, Ephraim kind of just, well, at the very least, I'll thank you for your service.
Same to you. That's what matters.
And kind of just nods his head, says, "Well, see you around." Or, I guess, hopefully not.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. We have no idea what we're going to be doing here for the next couple of days. So, if we get
No
into,
idea.
if you just see us getting into trouble, just ignore it.
I mean,
It's fine.
someone's got to come in with a ship and pull you guys out, right?
That's true.
Kind of just, he looks around and his sister, you met her briefly.
Yeah, we met her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
She's waving him down and says, "Well, see you around, guys."
Knight will wave back and go back to focusing on his drink.
Mm-hmm. Time passes. Eventually the lights do dim. Rook Drayson makes his appearance on stage. A rather a large man. Not could go to the gym, but with the way he's carrying himself, the way he's presenting himself, there's is a degree, a large amount of kind of just charisma going on. Where, yeah, this is just a jolly big guy. He's kind of just announcing some names, thanking Trunk Security for protecting the colony of Arizona from the vicious pirate attack of the 3 dead kings, who have been just a dread on the system ever since they've arrived. With
Yeah, fair.
with Trunk Security now taking kind of just full effort in the investigation of their operations. They should, and with one member dead, one in custody, and only one on the loose, their time is nearing. And kind of points at everyone in the crowd, and that's my promise to you. The 3 dead kings will be gone from this system. And kind of just turns the mic over to Captain Oda, who makes her appearance. No fancy speech with her. She's just announcing names. You watch as various service members come up, receive a medal for their service, and just the general round of applause, kind of just as everyone comes up. Let's see. I'm guessing at this point, have you guys grabbed a table, or are you still just standing at the bar?
I imagine we would have grabbed the table. Am I wrong?
I'd say we did.
Yeah.
We just left Yuki at a table to claim.
Hey. Whoa. Been sleepwalking.
Kind of just, as you all are kind of just having your attention on the stage, you do hear the sound of someone pulling a chair up to your table. It's quite the spectacle for a complete facade. If you guys turn to look at this individual, Vincent, you recognize him immediately. Knight and Yuki, you recognize this man from the picture you were shown.
Oh shit.
Kate, this is probably your first time ever seeing this individual. Let's see. It is Carson Mort. Kind of just SSC apparel. He's very formal attire going on. Kind of just the degree of elegance you would expect from someone from SSC.
Is he real or is he a hologram?
Roll for it.
Okay. Spot.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. No, kind of sleepy.
Yeah, a little groggy. You maybe had a little too much to drink, too much celebrating. But at the very least, there's nothing in his hands. He's not carrying food. He's not eating it. He's not drinking a drink. Not carrying anything.
Oh yeah.
But he did pull up a chair.
Yeah, he pulled up a chair and sat next to you guys.
Okay. Is there anything we can help you with?
Just needed a place to sit. Wanted to see your reaction.
Well, this is the second time I've seen you. And since you know what's actually going on, there's just not too much to be said in a public space like this.
He kind of does like a rather smug smile at you. It says, "It's pretty easy to talk about."
Whatever you say. I don't make the rules. I barely even follow them.
As I've gathered.
Anyone else have anything to say?
I don't know the guy, so I don't really have anything to say.
You just like making a show of things?
There is a degree of presentation that I must perform. It's in my nature. But I will say I do have other intentions.
What are some of these intentions?
Kind of looks at all of you. He makes a mental note that one of you is a new face. If you are who I think you are, you are very much a cleanup crew. You take care of other people's issues, and you are all personally involved in this matter.
Which matter specifically?
He kind of just throws you like future USB and just tosses it on the table. Says, well, from what I gather, you're tying up loose ends. That right there is one of your loose ends. It's also one of my loose ends. This will perhaps be the one time we have a common interest.
He flashed what? Sorry.
A USB. It kind of just a USB.
Oh, a USB. I got you.
Whatever sci-fi USB stick there is in the future.
Anyone happen to have some sort of cyber deck on them where we can read this?
Yeah. Is Downpour with us?
No.
No. Venom, do you have a data pad?
I don't think I do.
I don't think I do either.
Can't say I
I'll
do
look.
either.
I'll look at the guy and I'll be like, "Well, as you can see, I'm not as. As you can see, I don't look like a computer, so I don't know what's on there. If you want to elaborate about what this loose end was, the only loose end I have is the fact that there's still 2 dead kings alive."
He kind of gives you a smile and says, "There's one."
Oh, did I miscount?
Well, there's one in the wild, one's in captivity, and one's dead.
Yeah. Well, what happened to the one in captivity?
What, you're gonna go murder someone in captivity?
Yes.
I mean, I already tied up that loose end.
Oh. Well, that's not very fun. People keep taking the one thing I'm supposed to be doing. It's very frustrating.
You're better at doing the one thing you're supposed to do.
Yeah, well.
And he
Skill issue.
nods at the drive and says, "That's your one."
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Why is this a loose end for you? Why do you need these guys dead? I don't care that they need killing. That's fine. I'll do it. I've been wanting to do it. But why? If you think this is the one time that we'll ever see eye to eye, why are we the ones doing it for you?
Because I have other business to do. I can't. Taking care of pirates, I'm gather, is more of your expertise.
That's fair.
I just think I'm being rather practical. Find the best man for the job.
Damn right.
I mean, kind of just, at the very least, points at the three of you. The Eidolon slaves. The killers of the creatures from beyond our realm. Quite the ring to it.
We're just going with the horseman for now. That one's a little long-winded, but
Yeah.
your suggestion's been noted.
Noted and does not need to be taken into consideration. Kind of gives off like this very bored kind of just expression. Kind of just looking around the whole venue.
What do you know of the SSP?
Kind of looks at you for a second, Yuki, and The SSP, think of it like Sleeping Beauty. And I'm Prince Charming. They had something, and I have acquired it to wake it up. What I want to know is, what is your role in this fairy tale? Because at the moment, you're hunters, you're pawns, you're pieces to be moved and to be used. Not quite the individual will you would see in a main character. At the end of the day, what is it that you are all looking for?
My highest priority is just to see that the kings get eliminated. The whole band. Once that's done, I can start worrying about other things. But there's no real point in worrying about anything if there isn't anything to worry about. The frickin' universe ends, so might as well play along for now. At least I'm getting good information and I know what I can do to help.
Kind of just nods to that. So, take care of the dead kings, and then you want to help. Just anyone in need, looking only out for Union's interest when it might not have everyone's best interest in mind.
Probably say the same about yourself as well. You don't strike me as a particularly generous person.
No. I'm 100% a hypocrite. The one
Mr.
thing,
Honest.
I try my best. No, what separates me and Union is Union wants to maintain a status quo. I want to push past that. I want to see the next step. I want to wake up. If you have a similar interest, take care of these loose ends. Start thinking for yourselves. Come find me.
How are we supposed to find you?
You have to take care of that loose end first.
Well, that was gonna happen anyways, so you won't hear any issues from me.
Yetter, I have a question.
Hmm.
That voice that we all heard when we were in that dreamy dream state before we woke up at the very, 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 very start, is this a similar voice? Does this guy sound like the voice that told us, like, that it was basically like, I can train you, just forget everything else? Or whatever?
At this point, I will say that that voice you heard was Lucina's.
Was Lucina? Oh, okay. Seems to be a lot of people vying for our loyalty.
Yeah.
Kind of mockingly just dusts himself off. And kind of just you as he's doing that, you do watch as the hologram seems to flicker.
Yeah.
And
How do you pull up a freaking chair?
I mean, it is as the hologram flickers, you do see a like a rather Terminator-esque like skeletal robot underneath it all.
Oh, I'm glad I saw that because I was about to just gut punch him.
And he gets up and says, "Well, good luck on your mission. I would love to hear a positive response."
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Much to think about. Just you aren't the first person that's trying to get us to do things. Probably not going to be the last either.
Kind of gives a smile to that, but no response as he makes his exit. Kind of just as he's walking away, kind of just you hear kind of just you actually do hear the rest of the room now. Like you hear the chatter amongst the other guests. You finally hear the announcements of kind of just the last people receiving their medal for whatever
Were our
reason.
names called for medals?
They were not.
Hmm.
But eventually kind of just everything moves into kind of just an after party. Like people are still standing around drinking, but this is more celebrations are done with. People are now going into like a more business mode, like giving these people that had just received awards sponsorships. Some of them are wanting them to test out their new gear. Some of them are wanting to get out of trunk security and come with their own private security forces. Like people are very much now trying to buy off these other lancers.
Is time.
Mm-hmm. At this point, you are all free to do whatever you want. You can leave. Some people, if you wanna, you saw Ephraim. Captain Oda is present. If you want to talk to the governor, you can. I don't know, but no one else is coming up to you guys, and you are free to leave.
I'd say Vincent would go up to Captain Oda.
Oh,
Yeah, Yuki probably would as well.
Yeah.
All right. So she seems to be in conversation with some other trunk security personnel, either secretaries or other high-ranking officers. She spots you guys, nods her head to the two that she was in conversation with, and motions you all to kind of just follow her to kind of just a more secluded spot where maybe you can talk with some form of privacy.
All right.
She,
We go.
Mhm.
Captain Oda kind of just looks at you all and does the same thing. Kind of just thanks you guys for your service, even if you will never be recognized for it.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we wouldn't mind a little prize.
She looks at you and then she tosses you she tosses you the keys, basically.
So,
Keys
that's
to
nice
what?
and all, but I'm thinking of something a little different. At least for me personally.
So
What do you think?
she kind of crosses her arms for a second, says, that right there is the keys to a ship that was previously mentioned. Just so that you all are aware, a woman got in contact with me. Told me to take the credit for everything that had happened and whatever the hell happened. Take the credit, receive a blank check, and never talk to any of you again, was what I was supposed to do.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true, probably. But we need someone to pilot this ship.
A pilot.
And I'm just so happen to look for a said pilot. Looking for a certain said pilot.
Who do you want?
You know, this guy. His name's Sid. He may or may not be in a prison.
She kind of just looks. She's weighing her options. Because, on one hand, blank check and all the credit for stopping a pirate attack. Risk that all to get someone out of prison?
You can make a transfer that goes wrong.
I can certainly put in the effort to do that. But at the same time, I feel like whoever's holding your leash is the one in control.
Gotcha.
I'm just seeing how the cards are dealt. I have my hand. It's a pretty damn good hand.
Fair enough. I don't blame you.
She kind of just looks at you all, says, well, fulfilling my promise, this will be our last conversation with each other. I want to thank you guys for your service. Unfortunately, that's all I can really say.
Thank you for the support.
yep. Couldn't have done it without you. Well, maybe. I don't know.
You got a ship now, though.
With the kitchen night.
Yeah, better have that freaking kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
With a printer too, right?
Exactly.
That's a high value.
So, with that after party, kind of just trying to buy all those lancers, seems to die down. Everyone does seem to be parting and going their separate ways. You get a final wave goodbye from Ephraim and Erica. Kind of spot you guys for a second.
Hmm.
All right.
Hi guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But
We still haven't figured out who those people were that attacked our ship at the very beginning were either, huh? No, they were Harrison, weren't they? Did we figure that out? Is that what that was? I don't remember.
Who knows?
They had good
Yeah,
tech.
but- Yeah, they had super tech. It probably wasn't Harrison. Oh, maybe it's this fucking fort behind everything. Put our thinking caps on.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Duck's Revenge.
Is that the name of the ship?
No, I was saying the Ducks were trying to get revenge.
Oh.
That is a pretty good name. No.
I mean, I'm fine with it, y'all.
What, our new ship?
Yeah,
What did you recommend? Sorry.
I was making a joke. Said when he was talking about who hacked it, I said it was the Ducks' Revenge.
Sure thing.
Brock said, "Is that the ship's name?"
We could honestly just call it the ship, the apocalypse, so that we are the horsemen of the apocalypse.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, wow.
I like that idea.
Slap a big slap our insignia on it.
All right.
Could do that. Could do that.
With all of that, brand new ship, mission on the horizon. Unless you guys want to do something else or push forward, that's pretty much the end of tonight's session.
I think I'm chilling. I got classes to go to tomorrow, so when are my classes tomorrow? I don't have my schedule ingrained in my brain quite yet. Yeah, I've got a lecture at 9 a.m. Ugh.
Tough. That's tough.
It's not too bad. Although waking up will probably be difficult. Probably should set an alarm. About like 7. If I go to bed at midnight, I'll be in good hands.